Hey guys, it's the Bearded Board Gamer back once more for another board game review. Today, I'm reviewing Escape, The Curse of the Temple. This is a real-time cooperative game. Lasts 10 minutes, so you can get a couple games in before you get that really big, grandiose game going. Let's get to the table and see how it plays, and then we'll come back and see how I enjoy it. Okay, here we have the game set up for 2 players. Now, let me explain how you win the game of Escape, the Curse of the Temple. You're going to be taking your pawns and going from room to room, exploring. And how do you explore is by rolling dice. And you're trying to find the last room. The problem with this game is it's timed. You have 10 minutes to get out of this game alive. So, how we do this is everyone will be rolling their dice simultaneously to a soundtrack. When the soundtrack says escape and you hear a gong, everyone's going to roll their dice. So, on the tiles, they all have a certain symbol. That's what it takes to get into the room. So, say I rolled a man, I'd put him aside, trying to get a key. Okay, so I got a key and a man. So I can move my guy there. Now, we're going to keep on doing this until we find the end. It'll be in the stack of tiles. So we'll keep on exploring. Alright, so this is a curse tile. When you reveal this, you'll grab a cursed tile. Each tile has something different. Like this one will lock a die until you get 3 torches. When you get 3 torches, you discard this and you get your die back. So you'll just set your die right on top of it. These are treasure rooms. When you reveal these, you'll take a treasure token and put it on top of that. And to get that treasure, you would have to get 2 keys. The treasures do multiple things, which we'll talk about later. Now, on other tiles, they have these. You have to roll a certain amount of dice symbols to get these gem depots, to put the magic gem on there. You start with a certain amount of gems per player, per how many players, and then 2 on the side. I'll explain what these do in a minute, why you put them on the side. So, while placing your tiles, you have to place this gray area in the area closest to you in the way you're going. So if I wanted to go this way, I have to put the gray there. Now I can go there. I can still go into other areas if I wanted to, but that's it. So yeah, you're gonna keep on doing that until you find this tile, but around 3 minutes into the round, you're gonna hear a gong. When you hear the gong, you gotta get back to the middle space. If you don't get back to the middle space, by the time you hear a crumble, you lose a die permanently from the game. You cannot get it back. It does that twice. The second time, you have to get out. Now, when you get to the end, oh, it should be this way. When I get to the end of the board game, you have to roll keys to the amount of gems you have left in here. So then you'll be depoting and putting these there, and there, and these there. Okay, so the 2 extra, what are they for? So when you're rolling your dice, you have symbols. You have a man, a key. The man is on 2 sides of every die. A torch, a golden mask, and a cursed mask. When you roll the curse mask, you cannot re-roll those. So you'd have to put it aside. Golden masks will let you take 2 of your cursed masks and get to re-roll those. But there are times where you might get nothing but cursed masks. Now, if you have another player in your spot, if they roll a gold mask and they don't need it, they can tell you, hey, you can roll 2 more of your dice. If they're not, you have to spend one of these gems, put it into the gem depot, and then you'll have to use that to put into one of the magic spots. But when you put it into the magic the gems in the depot, you can re-roll all your dice again. But you only get 2 of those, so you have to use them wisely, or try to stay together as much as possible. That's pretty much how the game is played. So let's look at some of these curse tiles and treasure tiles. So like I said, there's different types of treasures, different types of curse. This one here allows you to switch your spot on the board with another player. We know this one is, you have a locked die. This one, if your die falls off of the table, or any of your dice fall off the table, you lose that die permanently. You don't get it back, even if you complete that. This one, you can't speak whatsoever. Really hard to do in a cooperative game. I think that, this one here, you have to put one hand on your forehead and roll with only one hand. So that's pretty interesting stuff. Makes it a little harder. Now, the treasures, obviously, where there's bad, there's always good. This one lets you use this as 2 keys. You can teleport from one room to another that does not have an area to go through. And these give you extra areas to put gems on, which are awesome. A secret passage, so if there's an area that isn't connected where you can get through, you can put this out and you can use that as that. And a golden mask. And there's also 2 torches. So that's pretty much the game and all that comes with it. Let me take you up top and I will explain what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and if I think it's a really good game. Alright, there you go. That's my review of how to play Escape. What do I think of the game? First of all, the quality is outstanding. Queen Games really knocked it out of the park with the production of this. The thick tiles, the wooden pieces, the insert, if I can get this in here, is even awesome. I mean, it's one of those thick cardboard. It's not that flimsy stuff, so it holds mainly everything. There are some bad choices that they made. First of all, are these. They give you a set of these. The purple one comes with an expansion, so I shouldn't have showed you that, but it doesn't come with it. So you put these in front of you, so that way you know what color you are. Okay, first of all, I don't use these. When I pick a color, I know what color I want, and I know what color I am. The problem I have is if they're colorblind. There's no indication symbol on the pawn to show you what color they are. So that's a downfall for them. Other than that, great meeples. Second, they have the soundtrack. You can go on their soundtrack or on their website and download the soundtrack, or they give you a CD, and they give you this. This is stupid. I'm sorry. I understand that some people may not have CD players or the internet, which I don't know who doesn't anymore, but sand timers are terrible when it comes to a game like this. No one's gonna pay attention to this game, to the sound sand timer. Ugh. Um, so I think those are the bad out of the game, and also the one curse that I showed you with the you switch an area with somebody, that comes with an expansion as well. The other one I meant to show you, you would actually, when you re-roll your black masks, you would get to choose either a person in the same chamber as you or you. You can only roll one black mask instead of two. But that's my thoughts. I love this game. I love this game. My wife and I usually play it about 2 or 3 times when we play this game. You know, the first round you got like 3 minutes, 3 minutes 25 seconds per round, depending on how they made the soundtrack. But you have about 3 minutes. The first 3 minutes is slow. It's nice and calm. You're exploring. You're getting the areas that you want more predominantly known, trying to put those gems out. And then when you hear that gong, and it's bong, and then you hear the music pick up, it's doom, 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 and then you gotta rush back. Your heart's racing to get back. That's the main thing. Is you want to get back before you don't want to lose that die. So you keep on rolling, and then I'm locked. Christina, save me because I'm locked up, and she's all the way near the beginning, and she has to come back to try and unlock you, so that way you can get back. So you're not losing a die, and she's not losing a die, and then you hear boom. And then you get to go again, and then your heart finally calms down a little bit. You have about 20 seconds to calm down, but you gotta go back out there, try and find the end of that game, and then once again you hear that boom. Oh, you gotta go back. I go back. Yeah, your heart just keeps on, and then when you get near the end of before the wall closes, you hear doo, 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 and your heart's racing just as fast as that is. So if you love high, intense, real-time games, Escape is awesome. I know they made a predecessor to the game called Escape Zombie City. I've seen that played, haven't played it, want to try it. But yeah, I love this game. Like I said, if you don't mind getting stressed out, having fun, working together, because it is a barrel of monkeys. But that's my opinion on Escape: The Curse of the Temple. And to quote Wayne and Garth, game on!